Welcome everybody to a very sunny Summit Point Raceway. We're here today for round 8 of the Kia Touring Car Championship for BOSRA Race Roundup. Van Delden took yet another pole in this event, with Simon Underhill in 2nd and Neil Bamber 3rd. Alan McCain had a great qualifying session, ending up in 4th. Further down the field we had Martin Brandon in 11th and Ellis Stevens, an unregistered driver, in 12th. With Underhill and Bamber still fighting for position in the driver's standings, let's see who came out on top. So as we wait for the lights to go green, you'll notice an empty space on the grid. Akhtar did not make the start of the race this week. Van Delden on the right hand side of the front in the blue car and Underhill on the left hand side in the Bentley Boys racing car. Further down the back, Ellis Stevens makes a fantastic start with Ian Thorne losing out. Keep an eye on the back of the pack here, especially towards Ryan Walker. Just behind him there is contact between Thorne and Brandon. Further ahead you'll see Chris Buttrell just coming up to the left hand side of Ricky Green as we go into the left hander. Chris forcing his way past and through into 5th. We go back to the start race now, and as you can see at the back you've got Ian Thorne and Martin Brandon. The cars coming together, Brandon getting spun off and Thorne continuing on his way. On board now with Simon Underhill as he chases down Van Delden on the main straight. Good drive out the last corner from the previous lap. Simon comes up and tries to go around the outside of Van Delden. Van Delden, you just see through the window of Simon's car. Still won't give in. Simon forcing through on the inside again up the left hand corner here at Summit Point Raceway. A replay of the fight going on between Van Delden and Underhill. You'll see Neil Bamber just tagging along behind, just keeping his nose in just in case either the drivers in front make a mistake. Alan McCain still in 4th place, followed by Chris Buttrell and Ricky Green. A great view of Simon forcing the pass up the inside of Van Delden's car, with Neil Bamber really trying to squeeze through as well. Van Delden gets better drive down towards the next left-hander. Forces Bamber back to 3rd. Ricky Green continued chasing Chris Buttrell just behind as we go down towards the left-hander. Ricky really closing in on the back of Chris's car. Chris heavy on the brakes. Too much speed going into that corner, forcing wide. Ricky Green taking full advantage and moving up back to 5th place. Move on now to lap 4 as Van Delden chases Underhill. This is Van Delden's fastest lap, so we'll stay on board with him. He managed a 1:14.624. Now, one other driver did go faster this week, Ellis Stevens, a 1:14.545. However, with Ellis not registering for the event prior to attending this week's race, he is disqualified and the result does not count. You may have noticed also this week new on-screen adverts for a company called Acorn Printing. Acorn Printing join us as another new partner this week. My thanks to Duncan and his team for kindly agreeing to support the league. Now, Duncan is a real-life racer and also an iRacer, so he understands what we're about. It's fantastic that he is supporting the league. What will be happening is Acorn will be currently providing some polo shirts for the top 3 drivers for each event. They will go out as prizes. Now, on top of that, we will also be offering these BOSRA themed shirts available to purchase via our website. We are just finishing up the design at the moment. Hopefully we'll have it with you in the next few weeks. We will obviously announce it when we have everything finalised. We are also just finishing up the livery for the new Acorn Printing DBR9, ready for the next event. Hopefully Duncan will be joining us for that. Now we're just going to stay on board with Van Delden as he completes this lap. Going up on the left hand side of Simon Underhill. You see on the mini TV screen there Neil Bamber just coming up the inside, catching the back of Underhill's car, swiping across the front of Van Delden's car. Van Delden carrying on. Simon Underhill then getting tagged by Chris Buttrell. Chris not expecting Simon to rejoin the track, so plenty going on down the back as Simon drops back, and Alan McCain finds himself in first place, going round the outside of Van Delden. Move now to lap 7, Chris Buttrell on board with him. You see from the ticker, McCain still in front, followed by Van Delden, Green and Stevens. Ellis having a fantastic race as Chris comes off track, running too wide at turn 1, allowing Bush and Walker through. Neil Bamber drops to 8th place with Martin Brandon in 9th. Now with the drivers' standings still relatively open from 2nd downwards, every point will count in the next 3 rounds. Board now with Neil Bamber, lap 13, going up the inside of Ryan Walker. Small tap to the back end of Ryan's car slows both of them down, with Chris Buttrell trying to take advantage. Ryan Walker trying to fend off for position down towards the first corner. We'll stick with Neil down towards the end of this lap and the start of the next. Chris tucking in behind Ryan, didn't make it, didn't carry enough speed through that corner to make the pass. Ryan does run wide though. Neil's catching all the time, hoping to make some moves. Remember, he is still well within the Drivers' Championship and he could secure 2nd. Now watching McCain from Van Delden and Stevens. It's a real shame that Ellis was not registered for the event prior to this race. He moved from last on the grid all the way up to 3rd, so great race for him. Van Delden right on the back of McCain's car, up through the final corner. All drivers coming through there looking to get a great drive out. Now who has the better drive? It does look like it is Van Delden. He is catching. Constantly looking for a way past. Moves up to take the inside line into the first bend. Not a lot that McCain can do. Has no option but to relinquish first to Van Delden. We follow Van Delden on board with Ellis Stevens after he overtook McCain for 2nd place. While we just follow this, let me remind you again, please remember to like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our next event, the Aston Martin GT Championship, starts in a couple of weeks. The liveries are pretty much done for that. There are still places left in the event. If you want to sign up for one of the teams, then please head over to the website. Stevens managing to power his way past Van Delden on the main straight, holding it into the first corner. Van Delden trying to fight back, got the better line out of that corner, ready for the next left-hand turn. Stevens defending and Van Delden backing off. Matt did end up with a hat-trick of points this week after Ellis was disqualified. He picked up the bonus point for the pole position and for the fastest lap, and of course 25 points for the win of the race. With round 8 all sewn up, we head to Suzuka and Okayama next week, a double-header race night featuring the GP circuit and the short course. The driver's standings after round 8, Van Delden still commands the lead from Bamber, Hackison and Underhill. Underhill scoring poorly this week, so Neil Bamber takes advantage and Ben Hackison not featuring at all. To the bottom, the real thing of note is Ellis Stevens joins the rankings, however scoring 0 points for the round. To the team standings, and only 6 points separate the top 2, Disaster Racing from MKB. A&R and Bentley Boys do have a chance, but it is a slim chance at that. That's it for this week. We'll see you again next week for the doubleheader. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.